Hey y'all, long time no see, I know, but we were inspired by the trend of how it started and how's it going, and so we thought that it was time to come and give you guys an update. Also, 2020 has been a shit show, so what better time than to
Cursing.
what better time to come on and let y'all know what's up. But first, I thought that we should show you all where we started and then how's it going through an update or like a path down memory lane.
Possibly.
We met in
2010.
Yep.
December 26th.
Yep. So by the time you all are seeing this, it will have officially been 10 years since the time that we met and had our first date. And we met in 2010 at a party. Y'all all know, like I'll link the video somewhere around here about how we met. Don't judge me. That was 8-9 years ago, so it's grainy and terrible. But we met in December and we had our first date and we got legally married in...
Oh, legally? Like government? The government said it was cool?
Yeah.
In 2012?
No, the first time, like when we went to Bank of America.
2011?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we met in December and we got legally married in...
February. 2011.
In true lesbian fashion. Yep. In true lesbian fashion, we got legally married in February of 2011. And then in backwards lesbian fashion, we got engaged that next week. That weekend?
Yeah, something like that. I don't remember that too much.
Yeah. Yeah. So we got engaged, and then for those of you who have been following us, you know that we got pregnant with Riley in September of 2011.
Yeah.
Yeah. In September of 2011, we got pregnant with Riley, and then we had our legal wedding, or nope.
It wasn't even legal.
Nope, it wasn't legal. It was, it was pretend. We had our friends and family wedding because DOMA still existed. So we had our friends and family wedding in February of 2012. And then I'll link that video here where we found out that Riley was a girl. And then in June of 2012, we had Riley. Okay, so 2013. Nothing big really happened in 2013, I don't think.
Nah.
I started midwifery school in 2013.
You went to Uganda?
Oh yeah, I went to Uganda, that's right. So I went to Uganda in 2013. I started midwifery school in 2013. Got real hot and heavy in like birth work. And meanwhile you were building planes. And we were living in Seattle at the time. And 2014, we decided that we wanted... No, wait. Oh, wait. Pause. 2014, we broke up. Well...
for a brief.
Yeah, we separated.
It wasn't brief. It was for a while.
Yeah. We separated for what, 6 months?
Yeah.
Yeah, we separated for 6 months. We were living together. We hadn't bought our house yet, so our lease was up and things were not good. So we separated for 6 months and... then decided that we were going to try it again. And we also decided that we wanted to try for another baby. So Did we try for a baby first or did we buy a house first?
No, we bought a house first.
Yep.
Because we were tired of paying rent.
Yep. Yep. So we bought a house in May of 2015. We took Riley to Disney for the first time in 2015 before she turned 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at 3, you have to pay.
She was still 2.
Yeah, she was still 2. So we went to Disney and we were hooked. I was hooked. Somebody hates Disney, but we were hooked. And then we got pregnant. We came back from after Riley. Was it after Riley's trip?
It's a little bit. Well, we tried. We tried to get pregnant.
No, we got pregnant the first time that time.
Did we?
Yeah. So we got pregnant first time around, which is a big difference from with Riley, where it took us forever to get pregnant. We did not expect to get pregnant right out the gate. The pregnancy was really, really hard. I could not get off of the sofa. I had to go to the emergency room a bunch. Our midwife had to come over and give me IVs while I was sitting on the sofa. It was just a really, really difficult pregnancy. And I got in the second trimester and started feeling a little bit better. We could feel the baby move. We could, I was showing. I we felt so comfortable that we decided to announce the pregnancy on YouTube, which I will link here or here, wherever it goes. And I remember, I don't know if you remember, I said, now that I've posted this on the internet, you better stay. And I don't remember, I think I told, I rubbed my belly and said, now that I've posted it, you better stay. And 2 weeks later, we went looking for a heartbeat and we could not find one. And long story short is that he passed away. We're not quite sure why. Initially, we thought it was from a cord accident, but we've later found out that the donor had some genetic things going on, so that's still an ongoing thing. But that kind of changed everything for us.
Yep, definitely did.
It was a rough period of time because it was definitely unexpected. I quit midwifery and quit going to births, and for the most part, just stayed at home.
Yeah.
And then, but it sparked something positive in you, though, right?
Yeah. I decided to be a mortician. The way that the funeral home that we went to, they treated us really well. We didn't really pay for anything, actually. He was cremated. We didn't have to pay for that, and or anything else. We didn't have a service or anything, but it just it made me wonder, why can't people do this within the community, help people out? So I decided, I guess it was a calling for me because I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do all my life. So it just led me down that path, and yeah. So that's the goal, to be a mortician. I'm still working on it currently. So
almost there. The last little bit of the hurdle.
A little bit.
He passed away in October of 2015, and we started thinking about having another baby was it close after that? No, it wasn't. Oh no, because we decided to be poly in December of 2015, in another effort to meet both of our needs. And so Krista had brought up being poly a long time ago, and it was something that I was not open to at all. And then after doing lots and lots of research, having lots of conversations, we decided to try it out. And speaking for myself personally, I met some pretty amazing people. We still have close relationships with at least one of the people that I was in a relationship with. We were in a throuple. Here's the definition of a throuple. But I met some great people. How was your experience being poly?
It was alright.
Was it everything that you thought it was going to be?
It was alright. It's much easier. I don't know. Every relationship is hard, and it's honestly easier not being in a relationship.
When you have multiple relationships, right, and then you have multiple people. We used to have schedules for everybody. We would have date schedules. We would have who's going where schedules. And then if someone's feelings got hurt, we would have to have conversations. There was so much talking involved in being poly. That was the...
It is a lot of talking. I don't really like to talk all that much. So it did what it was supposed to do for the time that it was supposed to do it for.
Yeah.
And and we've learned some valuable lessons.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely, a sneak peek to forward now. I'm not poly now, and it's just because I don't do well with jealousy, but I respect the values of being polyamorous. I think like radical honesty is a big thing that polyamory taught me, and I'm grateful for the time that we were poly. Actually, our youngest Harper wouldn't probably be here if it wasn't for polyamory.
That's very true.
She's a polyamorous baby, actually. We planned Harper with multiple people. We had spreadsheets and Google searches and donor searches with Krista and I, but then at the time our partners, and that's how Harper's donor was picked. And just life circumstances, things kind of blew up, and so that's the only reason why she's not raised with poly parents, but she was actually like thought up and planned in a poly situation. So
yeah,
so that fast forwards us to what, 16? Yeah. So in June of 16, after the first try, we didn't get pregnant, so it must have been July. Yeah. So in July of 2016,
we only tried twice.
Yes.
And good, because that was all the sperm we had. So
that was it. Yeah, that was it. We were done. That was the last. It was the last ditch effort. Got pregnant with Harper, and was that a rough pregnancy? Everyone says that I'm a bitch when I'm pregnant, so I guess it's rough for everybody.
It was rough.
It was rough. It was rough because it was nerve-wracking. So nerve-wracking that I convinced Krista and everybody in the family not to tell anyone else. We actually hid the whole pregnancy. We didn't tell anybody that we had a baby until we had a baby. We wanted to make sure that she was safe and that she was good, and yeah. So anyway, that's, Harper's birth story is linked here. And we attempted for a home birth. It was a cesarean, but I think it was a really good birth for us. When I look back at our birth pictures and our birth story, I think that it just reflects how good we are at co-parenting. And it's probably one of my favorite memories over the past 10 years is that birth. Yeah.
That's good. I have yet to see those pictures, honestly.
Did you not watch the video on YouTube? How do we have a YouTube channel, y'all, and she don't even watch our videos?
I do. I haven't watched that particular one.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh. Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway, it's linked, so you can also go watch the video.
I will.
It's one of my favorite memories. I mean, aside from all of the other stuff, like the wedding and having the kids, but I think it was a nice bonding moment between us, even though we hadn't. I think once we had gone down the poly road, I think that our relationship had shifted a whole lot.
Yeah, I think we understood some things about each other that we didn't know before, or even tried to understand. So
yeah,
that is yeah. I would agree.
After Harpy was born, I came up with a crazy idea that we should quit our jobs and travel the world.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and Chris was like, no, I'm quitting my job and traveling the world. And so then it came up that you were going back to school, and there was a gap. Opportunistic me saw the gap, and in between school starting and quitting your job, we found it was like a 6-month gap, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we decided that we were going to travel the world. Oh, you used the rest of your maternity leave.
Yeah. Bonding leave that the state gives you or whatever.
Yeah.
I only used a little bit here and there because we actually had a lot of help after we had Harper with family. So I saved all of that time so that we could go on this trip, and my job would not necessarily be affected, and I didn't quit until we came back from the trip.
That's true. Yeah. We started traveling, and then we started our second channel, which is Tribe on a Quest, and you can see all of these videos here. It's also linked below. And we went everywhere.
All of Asia.
Yeah. Japan, China, Australia,
Thailand,
Fiji,
Malaysia,
We went everywhere. Hawaii. And we were not very nice to each other on that trip.
No, it was nice seeing Asia, the world. Listen, we all got some growing to do still.
It's true. Like traveling around the world and for the first time going to places that we didn't know, languages that we didn't know with 2 children. Riley was unmedicated. At the time, we did not know that she was on the spectrum. We just thought that she had really bad ADHD. And it was just rough. It was a rough, like, it's like picture, we went to some really romantic places and we were not romantical with each other at all. No, it was rough. Like going to Fiji and being in this like beautiful place and just like, yeah, it was nice. It just would have been nicer if we were nicer to each other while we were there. Yeah. So throughout the whole trip. So we actually ended up cutting our trip short. We were supposed to be gone for 6 months. We ended up coming back home after 3. Yeah. So a little less. 3. And then we came back into the States and we traveled in the States a whole bunch. And then in July of 2018. We got divorced. Yep.
But don't be sad.
Yeah.
Like, it was sad for a hot second. But
I actually cried on the day that we got divorced.
Did you now?
I did. It was weird. I didn't know that I was going to be sad.
I didn't even know that you could be emotional.
I did cry. I cried the morning of and then I cried afterwards because I think after the judge slammed the gavel and I looked up to find you were gone. You had already pieced out.
Yeah. There wasn't nothing else to talk about.
I know. We had it's awful to say we had a good divorce, but I think we had a really amicable divorce.
Compared to other people.
Yeah.
Because people are still fighting. They filed for a divorce like last year and still fighting over the same shit this year.
Yeah.
But we didn't
do that.
Fight over anything.
We said we weren't going to line the pockets of attorneys, and no shade to any attorneys that are out there, but we all know that divorce lawyers make their living from making people fight and dragging things out. And we said we weren't doing that. We went to a mediator. Yep. We hashed it all out. And was it one day?
Yep.
Yeah. In a matter of 3 or 4 hours. And put everything in writing. And the judge was so impressed that he was like, I don't have anything to say. And that was the end of it. And I think that our divorce was fair for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess we should catch the people up to now. So it's 2020 now. So it's 2 years. So what's been going on the past 2 years for us?
Well, it's been rough. It's been a rough 2 years.
Yeah, it has been.
It's definitely been a rough 2 years. We've had some ups and downs.
Yeah.
Luckily, we're on
an up now.
Yeah. I feel like we're on an even pavement.
I agree.
But at any time, that can...
the road can crumble. It can be like road ending, and then we're back on like shitty road.
At any time. So, always prepare for the worst. Always.
Yeah. It's been rough. I think one of the things that I wasn't prepared for when we got a divorce was like how much, wasn't not even just like the marriage partnership point, but like how much is built into that partnership. So like in terms of like co-parenting, even when we weren't together, like when we were separated but living in the same house, there's something to be said about like, I need to go to the grocery store and you know that your co-parent is at home versus like we're both now single parents because we co-parent across state lines. And so we're both single parents when we have the girls. And I think financially it's been really hard on both of us because the pooling of money makes a huge difference. Like, yeah, it's an additional mouth to feed, but you can pool all of your money together. It's not double the bills, double the rent, double the everything. And then you still have childcare expenses and
but we are on the upscale with that now too, and we have some opportunities that are coming our way.
2020 hasn't been bad for us. I think 2020 is probably Like, it's been rough in terms of not like isolation and other stuff, but I think 2020 taught me a lot of stuff. What happened in 2019? Not a whole lot. We dated people.
Crazy people, apparently.
Oh my god. Jesus. Dating is trash, just for the record. That's all there is to that. Huh? Dating is very different in your 30s than it is in your 20s.
Yeah, it is.
Especially when you have kids.
Definitely is. But I have no intention on being serious with anybody. Ever.
So her DMs are open, ladies.
Nah, don't listen, I have no intentions on being serious about anybody or anything for the rest of my life except for my kids and my career. That's it.
See, she's very different than me. At some point, I want to get married again. Will I? The answer is probably no. She says I'm not. I think that I'm very nice, but she doesn't think that I'm very nice.
She gonna find somebody. Somebody gonna love her, right? Somebody is. Somebody is. One day.
Jeez Louise. Well, yeah. I don't know. One day when after business stuff is all together, like when I have the space, I'm a workaholic, and so it's hard to date when you're a workaholic. But what else? We sold our house.
Yep.
This year. We're filming this video actually in my RV. You guys can. There's not a video up on Tribe on a Quest, but on our Instagram, you can see the tour of it. And so the girls and I will be living full-time in an RV. No, we're not homeless. We're choosing to live tiny. We're minimalist, and you're still in Florida for now.
Yeah, for now. I hate Florida. It's hot. It's too damn hot. And I miss Seattle.
Yeah. So Seattle will most likely, even though we're, not together, I think Seattle will end up being home for both of us. I think it's the best place for the girls. It's the best place for us professionally. So that is the plan eventually, is to move to Seattle, and then the girls will have us in the same place. And, I think the biggest thing for me is that we've been able to have this divorce, and for the most part, we've shown the girls that, like, we can be adults and we got a divorce, but we can still manage to be friends and co-parents. And I think that they actually prefer us divorced.
Yeah, probably. Well, Riley for sure.
Yeah, Riley definitely does.
I don't think Harper knows any different.
No, I don't even think she realized that we were ever together.
No. I'm sure she doesn't.
No. So, and I know Harper for sure likes it when her worlds are separate. So when I visit there, and like if I'm at Krista's, it's like weird for her. Like she's like, no, this is not where you belong. And then Krista being at the RV is also weird for her. Like she likes her worlds to be separate. And then Riley enjoys the fact of, like, especially when we're dating other people, that she has all these other people to love her. So I think being poly helped with that. It's easy for us to be in these other relationships and for us not to have baby mama drama for the most part. So
yeah, I would agree.
Yeah. So looking to the future of this channel, I think this video, we thought it was apropos to do a sit down, because I think our first video was a sit down.
Yeah, I think so.
And I'm not promising you all any content, because I've done that before and I never come back. So
life is busy.
Yes, life is very busy for us. Between running Tribe on a Quest, I'm also just started a new nonprofit. I'm in the process of working on some other stuff and finishing graduate school, and you're in the middle of school.
Yeah, I'm working on a bachelor's in health science, and then off to mortuary school.
Yeah, so you'll be opening her own queer friendly, BIPOC focused mortuary. I think that is really it. I think it's a nice closing of the chapter, especially because 2020 was on that bull, and so we're wanting 2021 to come in here acting right. So we thought it was right to give you all an update. So I guess we will catch you all on the flip side.
Yep, for sure.
Bye.
Bye.